It's free agency in the NFL. It's like a holiday around here. Kicking off some huge names, huge waves, jersey numbers on the table for discussion. We'll get you set for what will be an action-packed 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, and so on in the NFL. Myles Garrett just signed a record-breaking deal to stay in Cleveland. We have his teammate, Pro Bowler Jerry Jeudy, on the show to talk about that, of course. Maybe get his take on DK, on Devontae, on all the wide receivers in the league, and maybe we'll ask him about Madden. We have one of the top prospects in this year's draft class as we get to know everybody, as we get set for what's going to happen in Green Bay like a month from now. It's Jahdae Barron out of Texas. Texas Hook'em stopping by. At the official/unofficial start to free agency, everybody, the negotiating window opens in less than an hour. So, are we about to get flooded with news over the next couple of days? Yes, I think so. But this offseason has already been on fire. I left Hamilton alone for the weekend. Even when he was texting me, I was like, I know we're going to be dealing with it all next week. And Hamilton, I will say, I'm going to the Players' Championship. That's important information. What else screams NFL free agency than Lincoln up with the PGA and Wyndham Clark and company, you know?
Yeah, and that'll be fun. You know, I feel like you figured last year's free agency was a little too smooth, a little too easy. We had to up the degree of difficulty this year. So, what do
you think of this free agency class? If you can give me like the macro version, it's, you know, there's this take going around that it's not that great. There's reports about like what front offices are thinking, and that's why a lot of these teams are locking up their own guys. Do you agree?
Yeah, it does seem that way right now, especially, you know, a bunch of the top names got taken off the market. I love it. Let's go.
Let's go. That is so serious, and it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's very serious. But, yeah, seeing guys like Ronnie Stanley come off the board, some of the franchise tag, it did put a little bit of a damper on this free agent class. But this is probably the busiest lead up to free agency I think I've ever seen since we've been doing this. There's been so much action over the last couple of days. So free agency might not be as fun, but these last couple of days are as good as it gets.
Jahdae Barron out of Texas stopping by the show. We've got to get our boy Devontae getting the best of all worlds. California, we'll get to this. California, Super Bowl chance, legit, big time. The Rams are going to go back to being favorites and not slept on. We'll get into that. And of course, just getting to play with Matthew Stafford, like everybody's, every quarterback's favorite quarterback, Matthew Stafford, future Hall of Famer potentially, and hopefully. So congrats to Devontae, wherever you may be. We are sending you our love this morning. This offseason's been crazy, especially at the wide receiver position. So here's what happened this weekend, in case you missed it, and I certainly did until late last night. This morning, we did get word Khalil Mack is headed back to L.A., which is amazing. Carolina's J.C. Horn just became the highest-paid corner in the NFL. Sauce Gardner tweeting, why are corners so undervalued? Last night, Josh Allen got an NFL record $250 million guaranteed to keep him in Buffalo for 6 more years. Devontae to the Rams, like we said. Geno headed to Vegas. Myles staying in Cleveland. And then, of course, there was the news out of Pittsburgh with the Steelers landing DK Metcalf for a second-round pick, handing him a monster extension. On top of that, an aggressive offer from Pittsburgh. You love to see it. Love it for them. Hall of Famer Chris Carter was on the show just a couple weeks ago. I was sitting on a floor in a hotel room in Austin, Texas, and he was telling me how Pittsburgh needs another wide receiver. We need to pull in a veteran, reel in a big fish for George Pickens to learn from, model after, all of that. So they have one of the best, don't they? You have to think this makes Pittsburgh an even more attractive option for, I don't know, a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. As we are less than an hour away on our countdown clock from free agency, Shefty confirmed what everybody's been speculating for a while. The Steelers will explore adding Aaron and speak with him once free agency opens. Excited about that. There's, of course, some risk here. I don't know. I'd like to hear from Steelers fans. Do you want Rodgers at 41? This roster is, I mean, let's look at some of these throws. Okay, old G. Okay, him to Devontae. What number is Devontae going to wear? We'll get to all of this. Steelers have a win-now roster. So do the Jets, right? Oh, the stars in their primes. Make a big swing. Put the chips in for DK. Aaron two physical, athletic, vertical threats sounds kind of pretty to me. Sounds like I'd like it, given the options. Okay, the Steelers are trying to breathe life into an offense that's ranked bottom 5 in the NFL over the last 6 seasons. It would be another short-term solution. It certainly is not without risk. Best things in life have risks. I'd like to see them take a quarterback in the draft. Maybe, not early, maybe at some point. But if they're going to have any chance, people, of contending, of pushing for Lombardi number 7, Hammy, I think it's got to be with Aaron Rodgers under center. This is not what I thought going into the weekend, that he'd be a Steeler. Now I'm like, no, is he going to be a Steeler?
Yeah, the momentum's definitely picking up there, especially with that Schefter report this morning. But I'm with you. I mean, you look at what the options are right now. As you mentioned, there's the risk there with Aaron Rodgers, but the ceiling, after another year off that Achilles, if Aaron Rodgers is able to look a little more like the Aaron Rodgers we know and love, you got to think he's the guy that gives them the best shot to push for it, because this isn't a rebuilding year. This has to be kind of an all-in year for Pittsburgh right now with the state of this roster.
Who wants Aaron Rodgers? Steelers fans, do you want Aaron Rodgers? What's your better option? We'll get into all of that. You just saw that highlight. It's so emotional. You had Rodgers to 17, Devontae, black visor, Taco Bell in his house, all these things. they're not playing together this year. They're not, okay? Good friend of the show. Best friend of the show, Davante Adams, 2-year deal to join the Rams. This almost certainly puts an end to any little, Rams love inkling that Cooper Kupp's going to return. Obviously, that's been done. We knew that at Super Bowl. It's not Cooper's fault that he's missed 18 games over the last 3 years because of injuries. And I do think he will thrive somewhere else as a champion, as a leader, and will make an impact wherever he goes. Davante is coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard, 8-touchdown seasons, okay? Consistency is the hardest thing to do. He does it well. 5 different play callers, 5 different quarterbacks between these last 2 with the Raiders and the Jets. This man's in his prime. This man is thriving, and I'm just full of joy for Davante this morning, because the Rams give him stability, which is something he deserves. You're pairing him with a top offensive mind in Sean McVay, which he deserves. His old NFC North rival in Matthew Stafford. The quarterback play really matters and drives Davante, as it should, as a receiver. You got Puka Nacua there. Puka wears 17. I don't know what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Davante is going to thrive in Los Angeles. He wanted to be in California. He's closer to his family. It's so exciting for both sides. It really worked out. Ton of cap space left after they move on from Kupp as well. And they're not done. They're going to gear up and they're going to make a run at what could be 3 Super Bowl trips in a 7-year span. Okay, we have, I do believe we have Jerry Jeudy on. Is Jerry Jeudy ready to go? Okay, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to welcome in Jerry Jeudy on the other side of this. Maybe we'll hit Myles Garrett here in our YouTube break. Get to the YouTube, subscribe. Jahdae Barron on the show. I'm a big Texas fan. Let's do this. No problem. So we're going to, obviously we're going to talk to Jerry. Jerry's one of my favorite names.
It's up there with
I love
Kevin,
Jerry.
was it?
No, I don't know if I love the name.
What was it? What
George.
was the one? George, sorry. Yeah.
I like the name George, and I really like the name Jerry. I think Jerry's a great name. If I ever had a daughter, I could see myself naming her Jerry. Jerry's a cute. You got Tom and Jerry, Jerry Maguire.
Succession.
Yeah. Look at this. Happy Monday. Absolutely untrue. We'll get to that in the next break. I do want to talk about Cleveland. I'm having one of my worst mornings for some reason. Let's not get into this. The biggest, I'm not having a happy morning, but we had a twist this weekend with Myles Garrett stunning everyone yesterday, agreeing to a new deal making him the highest paid non-quarterback in football, over $40 million a year, $123.5 guaranteed. Congrats to Myles, one of the best players of this generation, if not the best. He could retire tomorrow and get a gold jacket. We are happy for Myles Garrett. And if you're confused as to how this kind of flipped, Ian Rappaport did a great job clearing it up last night, okay? It sounds like old Jimmy H refusing to meet with Myles on Friday was sort of what hammered home his decision. So the org and GM, Andrew Berry, they kind of dug in. He chose to take the money and stay put rather than let this get uglier and drag into the season. Okay, so we're not going to blame a guy for wanting to get paid. Honestly, nobody should. I think it's the one thing I texted Hamilton all weekend. These guys just need to get their bag. That's just all of them. That's what I wish. It's what I want the whole theme of our show to be. Like, what is this exactly? This is the kind of day I'm having. Not a happy Monday. I'm having this kind of a Monday. I do think about the last conversation that I had with Myles, and it was a long time ago. I haven't talked to him in a while. He talked about his legacy and what he wanted to have happen in Cleveland.
You might get remembered for, winning DPOY 1 year, but, everyone remembers who won the Super Bowl. So I want to be able to hold that and be able to have a parade with, the city of Cleveland.
Yeah. Do you see yourself as a Cleveland Brown for life?
I would like to say that. I hope they see it the same way, but the way I see it, I see my career being a Cleveland Brown for however long I decide to play.
That was before the quarterback situation became the disaster it was already kind of a disaster, but now it's so bad. So Andrew Berry, you gotta draft a quarterback. You gotta draft a quarterback to Cleveland. I don't know if it's a Cam Ward, a Shedeur Sanders. I have a feeling Jerry Jeudy will have an opinion on that. Young quarterback in Cleveland to help Myles Garrett get it.
Touchdown, Jerry Jeudy. Wide open, makes the catch is Jerry Jeudy. That was Jeudy for the touchdown. So they try with Jeudy. They got him.
That's the kind of touchdown celebration I would do. My next guest coming off a Pro Bowl season, racking up career highs in yards and catches for the Browns. Jerry Jeudy, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you been?
I'm pretty good. I want to talk celebrations. I want to talk Browns. I want to talk your vibes for the offseason. But first, can we just set the tone here with one of the sweetest moments from last season, where when I see you now, it reminds me of this mic'd up situation against the Steelers. You scored a 35-yard touchdown in the first quarter, but let's take a listen. It sounds like you forgot something. Oh.
Touchdown, Jerry Jeudy, 35 yards.
Here we go, Jer. Let's go. Yeah, my daughter. My daughter told me to do a dance for her. Hey. What's this hand do? She was like, you gotta hit it right here. Do it right now. Do it right now. Yo, camera. Camera right there. Hit that here. Hit that here. I'm trying to remember what she said.
I can't believe you forgot that. How often does she request touchdown dances from you?
Yeah, she literally called me. I was talking to her right before the game, and she told me, I want you to do this dance when you scored the touchdown. So when I scored the touchdown, you see I paused for a little minute. I'm trying to remember what dance she told me to do again. I couldn't remember exactly what dance. Then I figured out on the bench, and so I had to hit it for her, for sure.
Amazing. And you had a lot of celebrations. There's a lot to be happy about, I think, personally, career-wise for you. You set a career high in yards this season. Like I said, 90 catches. That's a Browns franchise record. In your first season in Cleveland, you caught the ball from not one, not two, not three, but 4 different quarterbacks. I knew you had this level to your game. I think everyone in the NFL knows you have this level to your game. What was it about the Browns in this season that worked so well for you?
I think for this season, I was just getting put in the right place, right position to be able to go out there and make plays. The coaching staff just put me in great position. James did a great job of just giving me opportunities to make plays consistently, and I just took advantage of that.
There's a lot to talk about, of course. We can talk quarterbacks. We should start with Myles Garrett. Do you want to say congratulations to your teammate?
I'm glad he's staying, man. Myles Garrett means a lot to the team. It means a lot to the team, a lot to the city. You know what type of player he is. And I'm excited to have him back for the few years we have him. How worried were you that he'd leave? To be honest, I ain't think he was gonna come back. To be honest, but he's a great player. The coaching staff and the GM did a great job to bring him back, and he means a lot to this team. And glad that he's back.
now you guys can recruit together, right? Free agencies today. You're a set guy. You love that you have him for a couple seasons. His goal is to win a Super Bowl. What is the recruiting pitch to get free agents to come to Cleveland, in your opinion?
I think we just missing that one little piece. I feel like we got everything that you need to be able to be a Super Bowl contender. You know, we got the receivers, we got the linemen, we got the defensive players, defensive guys. You know, we just missing that one little piece that could get us to where we need to go.
Is that little piece not so little? Is that little piece a quarterback?
I mean, that is not little. It's the biggest piece, but you know, something like that.
Something like that? Okay, I mean, let's talk about it a little bit, because you guys have the second overall pick. Mock drafts say it could be, I mean, it could be anybody, but it could be the quarterback out of Miami. It could be Cam Ward. Did you hear what he said about the Browns at the Combine?
No, what he said?
Let's take a look.
They do an unbelievable job on offense, getting people open. They got an unbelievable offensive line. Jerry Jeudy's one of the best receivers in the league. So, you know, if I'm hoping to go there, I know it'll work out good.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you know, little son. He knows son. Yeah. Now, Cam a great player. You know, I've been watching his college career. You know, he did a tremendous job over there at the University of Miami. You know, and I'm excited to see where he lands up at.
Cam Ward, if he's there, Shedeur Sanders. How would you how would you feel about catching passes from a rookie quarterback at this point in your career?
To be honest, at this point in my career, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as somebody does a great quarterback, if you're a rookie, not a rookie, a quarterback doesn't know how to go out there and make plays and give their playmakers the ball consistently and win games, you know, that all that matters. I think that's the biggest thing, you know. You know, it's kind of tough on rookies coming in their first few years and being able to put up numbers and win games like they're supposed to. But as long as you're winning games and giving their playmakers the ball, man, it doesn't really matter.
You're one of those playmakers. I like that you're saying, I don't care who it is, because I'll make big plays like this. I want to go back to a monster game that you had. You racked up 235 yards on Monday Night Football. It was so insane, against your former team, by the way, the Broncos. A 70-yard touchdown. Walk me through this play.
Yeah, you know, we actually drew that play up on the sideline because we ran it on one side. If you look in the first quarter of the game, we ran that play, but James overthrew it and we missed it. So we came back to it on the other side with me motioning across. We seen that it was in quarters, so I just attacked Levi outside shoulder, making think I'm running the out route, and just took it to the post, and James threw a great ball.
Were you surprised the Broncos didn't have your guy Pat Surtain guarding you a little bit more?
I mean, they tried to. No, I wasn't surprised. They tried to. They tried to. I mean, he was on me some plays, but, you know, I was just in that mode. Pat or nobody else, ain't nobody was stopping me that day. So.
Let's say you guys bring in a rookie. What is your role in that locker room? Like, you know, Broncos behind you, so many experiences, so many lessons, good and bad, whatever. You're taking it all with you. You have your feet under you, I bet, a little bit more now, going into, you know, your second season there. What is your role in the locker room?
You know, just being a guy that lead by example. You know, come to work every day, work hard, practice hard. You know, and just do what I need to do to help my team and help the players around me be better than what it was. You know, that's my goal right there.
Do you have a preference on the quarterback at all?
A quarterback that know how to win and deliver that ball. That's a quarterback I need.
What kind of quarterback can deliver you the ball the best? Like what? Maybe you don't have to say the name, but like what kind of quarterback works best with you? Let's just imagine.
I don't gotta say. A quarterback that know how to go through his progressions, go through his reads, know how to read defenses, understand what the defense wants you to do, not what they don't want you to do. You know, a guy that could just sit in that pocket and just deliver the ball from all over the field, middle of the field, outside the numbers, inside the numbers, inside the hashes. A quarterback that just know how to get the playmakers the ball.
I was looking at your Twitter timeline this morning, and I was like, I wonder if has Jerry said anything about the Madden, that whole Madden bit with like the Jets and the Broncos and all of that. And I forget what it was exactly, but you tweeted about it, which I thought was very funny, that you were having sort of some levity about it. When you first heard that, what did you think?
I thought it was a joke. I ain't really think it was true, but I mean, it didn't happen. I'm a Cleveland Brown. You know, I'm happy to be a Cleveland Brown. You know, God had other plans. You know, even if because my man ring wasn't high enough, hey, I was in, everything happens for a reason.
I mean, do you want to? You blamed Ocho Cinco on Twitter, which I loved. I think when in doubt, blame Ocho Cinco. What would you like to say to him? Like he sort of had a big impact. It sounds like on your life.
I mean, you know, I won't say blame him. You know, at the same time,
you literally wrote, "I blame Ocho Cinco."
I probably should have phrased it different. I should have phrased it differently. I won't blame him because if my man rating was high, I probably would have been at the Jazz signing. I would have had the season that I had with the Cleveland Browns. So, you know, but other than that, I still need my man rating up. You know.
Yeah, we got to fix. I mean, I just showed a couple highlights. Like Ocho, what are we doing?
Yeah, Ocho better tighten up. If you're watching this, I need to go on up.
We'll make sure he sees it. We'll get it in his inbox here. Cam Ward, everyone loves you. Like it's Travis Hunter. Have you seen this? He's a huge fan of yours. He said he watches your highlights, watched them growing up. He'd love to work out with you. Have you met him?
Yeah. No, we ain't met personally, but we be texting time to time. You know, he had hit me up a while ago. You know, had some questions when I was back in Denver. Other than that, we ain't never get a chance to really work out with each other. Hopefully one of these upcoming days we get a chance to do that. He says that
and the quote he used, he says that he copies your movements a lot when he's playing wide receiver. Do you see it?
I could see the movement a little bit, just the way he make defenders miss on the field, the way he get open. I could see a little piece.
If the I mean, the Browns could take him, huh?
Hey, I love to play. He a playmaker. He a baller. He a guy that could help a team win. So, you know, I love to be able to play with a player like that for sure.
Would you want to see him play corner or receiver? Both.
Honestly, I think he could play whatever he put his mind to. But you know, just the NFL, you know, it's going to be a little tough to play both sides of the ball consistently like that. But honestly, I think he'll be a great corner, and you know, give him some reps here and there on offense. You know, and I think he'll make some plays.
Andrew Berry calls you draft night. You're doing whatever. You and Ocho Cinco are working out your Madden rating, and you get a phone call, and it's Andrew Berry. And the Browns are on the clock, and Cam Ward and Travis are both available. And he says, Jerry, help me. Who do I take? What are you telling him?
I'm telling him we gotta get a QB, man. We gotta get a quarterback. We gotta get a guy that gonna sling that thing. That's the piece that we missing. We need a quarterback that gonna give us the ball, that gonna win games for us, and that's what we need right now.
Yeah, and he'll help take that 84 Madden rating I just saw him take it up to the 90s where it needs to be. I love that. Are you seeing some of this wide receiver madness happening around the NFL? DK, all of a sudden a Steeler. You know, you guys faced each other in the SEC. What do you think about having to face him twice a year?
You know, DK a big, great physical wide receiver. You know, I love watching him play, but I kind of hate that we're gonna have to play against him twice a year. You know, I don't want him to do too much against our defense, but, you know, it's going to be exciting being able to see him in our conference and be able to play against him.
The last time you two faced each other, my researchers just told me, September 2018. It's been a long time. Alabama beat Ole Miss 62-7. You had three grabs for 136, 2 touchdowns from Tua?
Yeah. From Tua, and I had a touchdown from Jalen. Yeah.
DK had 2 grabs for 92 yards in that game and a touchdown. Are those the kind of fireworks I can expect? Come on.
He actually scored like the first play of the game. It was the very first play of the game. He scored. It was so loud that day. Oh, my God. Ole Miss got so loud, but after that first drive, it went downhill from there.
Yeah. I love that. Other name, I mean, Devontae Adams signs with the Rams. Cooper Kupp's out of there. What do you think about that? Stafford to Devontae. That sounds pretty good.
I didn't even know Cooper's Kupp was out of there, but yeah, you know, Devontae, a great receiver. Matthew Stafford, great quarterback. You know, they're going to have a great relationship. They're going to connect pretty well. You know, they're going to just keep doing what they've been doing the whole time, their whole career they've been doing in the league. So, you know, it's going to be exciting to watch them play together.
Do you like Devontae's game? Like, what do you sort of, when you look at him and describe him as a receiver, what do you see?
Oh yeah, I love watching Devontae play. You know, he's a great route runner, a guy that could get open consistently, make plays down the field, short route running. He's an all-around great receiver, so I love watching his game.
Coming off another 1,000-yard season, like the adversity with quarterbacks too has been sort of a thing for him. The weird thing is, so he's now signed with the Rams for 2 years, right? He wears 17. That's important to him. It's been his whole career, right? He gets there.
He's not giving it up. Puka not giving that up. I don't think so.
Explain that.
I don't think so. Puka already made a name for himself in that 17 at LA. I mean, Devontae, a great receiver. I mean, that 17 is gone. It's Puka 17.
Can you explain how that goes? Like, who brings it up? Let's talk through this.
Most likely, Devontae will probably go up to Puka and ask, like, what are you offering for the 17?
Yeah.
And hopefully Puka either give it to him or tell him, like, hey, I already solidified my name in it. I can't even.
You think Puka's going to say to Davante Adams, no? I can't. I just think Puka's like such a. I don't know that Puka's going to. I don't know.
I mean, why not?
I don't know. I don't know how it goes. I think I'm not saying that Davante Adams is a better. I'm not saying that at all. I just think, what an awkward conversation. It's so awkward. To me, that's so awkward.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it goes. He definitely could get some bread out of it. Get a little bit of cheese out of it.
Like, how much are we talking? Like, do they?
If you want that number if you want that number that bad, then you might well go ahead and put an offer up.
So you'd say no, make me an offer.
If I got drafted by the Rams and 17 is my number, it depends. It only depends if 17 is not Puka's number. What number he was in college?
Great question. No idea. I'm sure they'll tell me in my ear here momentarily. Yeah, take me through your perspective on this. So you would say but I mean, the number is deeply meaningful, I imagine, for Devontae. There has to be. He wore 12 in college.
So I could give you two perspectives on things. So if I was 17 in college and got drafted by the Rams and I'm 17, now I got 17. Now we got another great receiver coming in his number is 17. I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. But if I was like number 3 in college and I got drafted to the Rams and had number 17 and Devontae want to come in and get number 17, then I'll probably change it up if I have the number that I originally wanted available. Depends on the scenario.
12 is available. They're texting me from the control. 12 is available on the Rams right now, so Devontae Puka could switch to that. I would just say, if it means something to you for $1 million, like, you wouldn't give it up for sure. But nobody's paying. What's like the craziest? What's the craziest jersey exchange thing that you've heard? What deal was made?
I think I heard somebody. I forget the name. I know somebody offered like $100,000 for a number.
$100,000, and the person take it?
Of course, you better take it.
I don't know. I don't know the relationship with the number. I couldn't care less what my number. So. I could not care less what my number would be. I don't have that. I don't know.
Yeah. I just know I won't pay $100 for no number, but I think they.
But would you give up your number for $100,000?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
Easily. Diggs paid Jimmy Ward. I'm hearing.
Oh, I think that's the name. I think that's what I seen. I think that's who I seen.
Yeah. 100K, not bad, not bad. I mean, Puka at least has to, even if he doesn't care about the number, he has to act like he really cares about it. He's got to be like, we got, it's business. You have a youth football camp coming up, which is amazing, on June 1st. I think, is this your first one in Cleveland?
Yeah, this is my first one.
I love that. Ages 6 to 16. You can sign up at GameDayYouthCamps.com. What are we expecting? Why do you even do this? What's the story?
We're expecting a lot of fun, being able to go out there and learn the game of football and just be able to support the environment around you. That's something that I just enjoy doing because, that's something that I just grew up doing, watching the older guys be able to come back to the hometown and teach us the game in different aspects of the game, and now I got a chance to be able to do that, you know, and I just want to take full advantage and help the younger generation to be put in the shoes I'm in now.
Amazing. And you're going to teach them how to handle yourself in this league, the business side of it. Congrats on everything. Congrats on your first 1,000-yard season. Congrats on the free agency that hopefully the Browns have to pull in more talent. Congrats on Myles Garrett. Did you send him a text or anything?
No, I ain't sending him a text, though. I got to, though. I should.
He's back. He's there. He'll be a draw, and he wants to win a Super Bowl. So good luck on that, and good luck with your new quarterback, Cam Ward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's fine. See you, Jerry. Appreciate it. I mean, you said Cam Ward. You said it. We'll be back after this. We're going to talk the draft. We're going to talk more about, I don't even know, free agency. Who should the Bengals target? Who should the Steelers target? I should have asked him. Ham, would you rather, I know this isn't plausible, but like Cam Ward or Aaron Rodgers? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because listen, Jerry, listen to this. Jerry! Oh, the Steelers could get Aaron Rodgers, 41-year-old quarterback. Would you rather have Cam Ward or Aaron Rodgers, Jerry? Come on now. Which one? That's hard. That's so hard.
That's tough.
That is hard because you know what Aaron Rodgers is going to bring to the table, but you know he's at the end of his years, you know. But you also know Cam's a great quarterback that's just stepping his foot into the league. So I don't know. I can't answer that.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers still has it? Can he win a Super Bowl? Like, if he signs with the Steelers, your rival, are you going to be like, shit?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. That sounds like you might want him.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, you might well come over here, man.
You might as well come over here. Like, I just talked you into that. Jerry, you're the absolute best. You're the absolute best. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the camp. Enjoy everything.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That was a tough one. Look at them moving the cameras with the FanDuel helmets in it. And then we're going to put clips on social media, and then it cuts off the FanDuel right here.
You go by his criteria, a guy who knows how to read defenses, who isn't going to get fooled, who, all that stuff that he laid out. It's hard to say that's not Aaron.
Is there any chance that happens? No, right?
There's always a chance. He would have to probably play for a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
But who, at this stage, he might be willing to do that.
Is Juh-DAY available? Is he ready? Okay, great. I just want to anticipate that Twitter is going to say that I got my lips done.
Oh no.
Because I look like a doll, but it's just lip liner and lip gloss, people. I'm just anticipating what you do to her face. Just a different makeup artist, which is lovely. I can just see the comments now. I did not get my lips done over the weekend.
Twitter has been down for a little bit in and out, so that could help you there.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Would I welcome a world where Twitter's not part of my life? Likely. My next guest, an All-American cornerback, Jim Thorpe Award winner from the University of Texas. You know I'm a Texas fan. I can't believe I didn't get to meet you a couple of weeks ago when I was there, Jahdae Barron. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
I'm a new Austin, Texas fan. I'm a new Longhorns fan. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you bleed burnt orange, we could be friends. We could be cool.
Yeah, I was there for the first time. I need to know, what would have been your recommendation had I met you where I should go eat?
I would say Steiner Ranch, top spot. I love Steiner Ranch. I go a lot, so I would say Steiner Ranch.
I had never even heard of that before. I know you have an NIL deal with Freddy's Steak Burgers. Did you just mess up?
I mean, it was good during the season. I had cheat days. On some Saturdays, Sundays, after the games and things like that. But other than that, I eat healthy. So,
I mean, Sark's not your coach anymore. You can say you don't have to make up stuff like cheat days. Come on now.
No, I got good body fat. I'm body fat's like 7.8. I'm good. I'm a healthy guy.
How are you
Eat
feeling?
salads all
How
the
are you
time.
feeling about this process right now? Because it's, you know, you're getting picked apart in a good way. Two people love you, love your tape, all of that's happening. You're in the middle of this journey that leads to draft day and finding out what your future is. How are you feeling? What's that like?
It's truly a blessing. You know, just looking back when I was a kid, you know, you believe in something, you have a goal, and then when you finally get close to reaching what you always wanted to, it's truly a blessing. So I'm just not taking it for granted. I know my family's excited this journey, so I'm just taking it day by day, and you know, I'm just making the best of it.
I think you should be excited because combine sub 4.440, second fastest 10-yard split among all corners. What was your takeaway from that process, and how proud were you of yourself?
You know, I was proud of the result and, you know, the outcome to put myself in a better position for this process. But ultimately, just me training throughout the process, I did a much better job than that. But I'll still be thankful for the results of what I did. I always tell myself, be committed to the process of what I'm doing without emotionally being attached to the results of what I'm doing. So I'm just thankful to have a good combine day.
As I'm learning about you, versatility is like jumping off the page. Everybody I talk to, versatility. Would you say that's your super strength?
Yeah, but, you know, that was a big hats off just to the coaches, you know, working me to be that good, pushing me in the film room, pushing me off the field, just to be a better person, better to man, better to ball player. So, I mean, I did a lot of work and a lot of maturing, and I'm just thankful to be here. You know, I dialed in a lot just on film work and just to read pre-snap, the alignments and things like that, just quarterback lanes. So, and just route concept, just understanding the route concepts, the patterns. What's the weakness of all the positions that I played, and what's the strength of all the positions that I played. And I just kind of put in my own chess game. But, you know, it was just a blessing to go out there and play with my brothers. We had a good culture at the University of Texas, and it made us better people off the field, so we could be better players on the field. And I think ultimately that's what you need as a team and as a coach.
It sounds like you're about to go off on your pro day too, huh?
Yeah, most definitely. It's a lot of us going. I think it's about 16 of us, 17 of us. I know we're all going to get after it, just pushing each other. Just to be better individuals, and you know, and just to represent the University of Texas. So I know we're most definitely looking forward. I'm most definitely looking forward. My little sisters will be there watching. So I mean, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
I love that. To go back to your versatility, I was curious if as you're thinking about where you'd be the best fit, all of that. Would you prefer to focus playing on one spot, corner, safety in the slot, or would you want to play, you know, one spot or be versatile? Like, would you rather be nickel on the outside? Is there one that you prefer?
I'd rather just be versatile. You know, that's what I've been doing my whole life. I can disrupt the offense with that, just me moving around. I'm a very aggressive in the run fit. I can line up on 2 in the slot. I can also line up on 1, and I can play the back end at safety. So I can do a lot of things just to benefit the team aspect of myself. So I'm most definitely looking forward to it. You know, I'm just staying on the move. You know, working out right now as we speak, but, you know, I'm just enjoying the process, and I'm gonna just continue to keep working and just to develop my game to another level.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of versatility, let's talk about this this talent of yours.
Yeah.
Here's you. What do you think I'm going to say?
Singing.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I didn't want to hear it today. I said, play it live.
Cool.
Let's play it live. This is Write This Down by George Strait at the Jim Thorpe Award acceptance speech. Let me hear this.
Baby, write this down. Take a look to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Baby, write this down.
Baby, write this down.
What do I need to know about this?
I mean, you know, a few of my teammates, they put me on. It's very classic. I know George Strait, he's a very famous singer. So, I mean, it's just good vibes. Michael Taft and Quinn Ewers, they put me on George Strait, so.
And you were singing along, you're moving your head. Have you ever been to a concert?
Nah, I've never been. I know he did one, you know, in, you know, the enemy's territory, A&M, but, and I heard that was amazing that he did, so.
Speaking of enemy territory, did you take the Thorpe Trophy to Norman?
I did.
What is that?
That was on the way back. You know, people, they had a lot to say about it, you know, OU fans. It's not like I just went there from, it's not like I just went there from Dallas, been training in Dallas, but, you know, the award, you know, Jim Thorpe and his family, they're from Oklahoma. So, I mean, just to speak highly on that, it's a blessing just to represent them. and what they mean to me. I was blessed for them to pick me, just not only with my ability on the field, but how I carry myself. So ultimately, thank Jim Thorpe and their family. But, they're based in Oklahoma, so it's not like I just drove from Dallas and went to Oklahoma. Campus was like 6 minutes off the highway. So,
no, you shouldn't even say that. Like,
let's make a pit stop.
No, out of like sheer pettiness, you've won the combine of pettiness. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm a team, I'm drafting you for that photo alone. I would have had that photo printed out, and in my meetings with teams, I would just say, that's who you're getting when you draft me. Like, that pride. You have so much pride in being a Longhorn. You have so much.
Yeah.
You're saying your pro day. It's so wild. You're not saying, like, I'm going to improve my draft stock. You're saying you want to put on for the team, for college. For what does that mean to you? How did that drive you? If I'm an NFL fan, I'm like, please come to my team and do that for me.
Yeah. That means a lot because we put so much into it. Just looking back when Coach Sark came, just to praise him, when we came, we were bad. Just not as players, we always had the talent. But just as a culture standpoint, just not everybody engaging. You have to have a relationship with everybody off the field. Just understand what everyone went through and been through in life, so you can connect with them and just understand what they're working for and what's their purpose. So every day we just connected on a standpoint of understanding everybody's why and everybody's purpose and what drives them. Just understanding when they're down to learn how to pick somebody up, and when they're up to just keep them up, keep them level-headed. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and those things. But it's just a blessing from the years of progression where it's been with just combine picks, draft picks. Every year Sark, he's just raising the bar for us, and we just keep making more records and just keep making history at the University of Texas. And I think us just having 16, 17 guys competing at Pro Day together, it's just going to be amazing just for us and for the team, but just to also show the younger guys, just if you just trust in the process that Coach Sark having, he'll put you in position to be successful. And so, that's what we're doing right now. So I just want to represent the University of Texas. I've been going to games when I was little and things like that. So it's just crazy. I have a crazy story. When I went to Oklahoma, I was little. I was going with my uncle, and I'm talking to Bob Stoops, and I actually had a Texas shirt on underneath my hoodie, and I wanted to take it off. But I was visiting my godbrother, Samaj Piran, but I had to leave my hoodie on. They didn't want me to take the hoodie off because I would have had a Texas shirt on. But I was like 13 years old.
Love that photo. Love the pride for the team. Love the shout out to your coach. You mentioned Quinn Ewers. I want to ask you, as NFL fans like me are trying to figure out and get to know guys like yourself, like Quinn, he was your roommate, right?
Yeah. They were my roommate. I say 2 years ago. Yeah.
Tell me something about him most people aren't going to be able to read on an article or a board of all of his stats.
I would say he was a bit of a gamer, but we would have this basketball hoop in there, and we'll bet on push-ups or who would have to pay for dinner. And he would win a lot of the time. Yeah, he was winning. I don't know. Quinn could shoot, so if Quinn wasn't playing football, I'd say he most definitely go play basketball. So
I love that. Now Arch, I didn't get to meet, but I'm a little the expectations for Arch seem insane. Like, I'm just always come from a place of like protecting the hype, protecting the player. Yeah. It's like sky high. Obviously, the name on his jersey, the everything, Texas being what it is as a juggernaut in college. Like, what do you make of those expectations? It sort of feels like meeting them might be tough.
Yeah, I think again at Texas and what they do, and this one's a big shout out to Torrey Becton, our strength coach. When those guys get there and we get there, he has this process. He tells everybody, throw their stars away, throw their egos away, throw your last name away. Right now, just represent Texas, and then when you get put in the spotlight, that's when you represent the name on your back. But you throw all those things away, and you just have that with you. But when Arch came in, he never had an ego. He was never too high, he was never too low, always smiled. A crazy story I said at the combine, I'll say like second week he was there, he tried throwing my loop into the dirty bin, and I told him he didn't have to do that, but he wanted to do that just to show that he wasn't above anybody and things like that. But, that's a great kid. All he does is work. I know Coach Millie and Coach Sark, they're going to have him prepared just for the season. He's already a good young man, so just developing his game on the field would be good for him.
I hear he loses his ID a lot.
Yeah. He does. But, hey, he's a famous kid, so when he loses it, he'll find it. He'll get it back.
Somebody will find it for him.
Somebody will hope to give it to him.
I think the point is, like, he's a normal guy. Like, he's That's a great
He loves
thing.
it. He enjoys it. You know, he enjoys taking pictures with everybody. But you know, I mean, he's better than me. You know, if I was, you know, just famous, it'd be crazy for me.
What does that
Most
mean?
definitely. I would take pictures and go outside just to take pictures with people. But
You're going up to people saying, "Hey, do you want a picture with me?"
Yeah. I mean, but he does good with it. You know, he manages it well. But that's a great kid. You know, he's gonna do a lot of great things.
What did you notice when you going up against him, scout team, whatever it might be? What stuck out about him?
I mean, just the thing. He could do a lot of things. You know, his mobility. He can run. He can pass. So just creating that extra time out the pocket or in the pocket, and just using his legs to benefit himself if there's pressure and things like that. But that's a smart young kid with a lot of talent. So just when he just develops more, just a lot of IQ and things like that, I mean, he's going to do a lot of great things.
I'm kind of sad. I didn't know that you were, I mean, I obviously know the upbringing, all of that, but like, I'm kind of sad you're leaving Texas. Like, I feel like.
Yeah.
How are you emotionally? I feel like you're a little more connected to your college team than most prospects that I meet.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I enjoy my time there, you know, just growing up every single day and going to those games, even going to the spring games and things like that, going to the basketball games. It changed my life, but it gave me a goal, and I achieved all the goals that I wrote down in 9th grade. So, I mean, to get up to this point, it was crazy. Like, just coming back and just knocking out every single goal that I wrote 9th grade it's like I called it on The Simpsons. But just to be here today, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's truly a blessing. You know, I worked every single day for it. My mom, she raised me to be a better person and to go after my dreams. It's dreams are never too big to chase. So if you're a kid, just watch and just go after them and make the most of it. But for me to be here today is truly a blessing. You know, I wouldn't take any of it for granted.
All right, write the Simpsons episode of where you're being drafted. What did you write down in 9th grade? What team?
See, so the thing is, you know, I don't tell people. You just got to let it play out. I have it. I have a good idea.
Do you think you know where you're going?
I mean, you never know. You know, it's a crazy process. You know, free agency and all those things going out, playing out. But I mean, sooner to kind of get closer, I'll probably have a better idea. But you know, it's gonna be good. You know, God's gonna take care of it. So I'm gonna just sit back and enjoy myself. You know.
Which interview did you enjoy more, Steelers or Cowboys?
I really enjoyed both of them.
Great answer.
They were both amazing. They were both amazing. Both great organizations. You know, Dallas is obviously down the road, but a great organization. I look up to Sean Elliott. That was a big brother to me. You know, just on the process of coming back to the University of Texas and the things that I wanted to do. And he did a lot of great things at the University of Texas at his time. So I always watch his highlights and things like that.
Should I be rooting for that? Like when I'm, you know, saying my prayers before I go to sleep, is it like, you know, pray for my parents, my health, my whatever, Jahdae Barron wants as a Cowboy? Like, am I rooting for that because it's Texas? I wanted to ask.
I mean, I don't know. You know, everybody has their own feel for it. But if you want to root for that, you can root for that. But
okay.
You know, I'm just enjoying it. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know if I'll cry. I don't know yet. So we'll see.
Oh, I'm sure you'll cry. I hope you cry. Matthew McConaughey might cry. I understand you have like a very tight bond with him. You said he's your favorite person ever. What has he imparted on you? What wisdom have you picked up from Mr. McConaughey?
So before he even says any words, I look at the little things in a person. He's always smiling. That means a lot because you know everybody's going through a lot of things in life. You know, I don't know what a lot of people are going through personally, and people don't know what I'm going through personally, but it's just a thing. It's just a small thing. When you smile, you walk around with a smile on your face and just understand that, you know, you're blessed to be here. We're blessed to wake up today, and anybody can't take it for granted. And that's the first thing. So every time I look at him, he sees me, he's always smiling. He's always high spirit. And when he talks to me, he asks me how I'm doing. He asks me where's my spirit at, how I'm feeling. And things like that. And then we have our little talk before the pregame and things like that. He just tells me to go out there and have fun and just smile through it. You know, in life, you're going to get a lot of adversity. But you just have to understand on who you're doing it for and why you're doing it. And I always tell myself, the purpose serves a purpose that's a lot greater than any individual. So the purpose of what I'm doing is for a lot of people. It's for my little sisters. It's for my mother. It's for the organization. It's for the Jim Thorpe family. So you have to kind of just put all these things in your head. And I think that's how he lives by. Like he goes there every time I see him, he's smiling, big smile on his face. I've never seen him down. So you don't know if you don't know if he's ever going through anything. So that's always good, just to see somebody smile, because it could change my day and it could change someone else's day.
My friend, if you get drafted to the Cowboys, McConaughey's a huge Commanders fan. I don't know if he's going to smile when he sees you on the sideline if you're a division rival. What's that? What will happen to you two in that circumstance?
I don't know. Probably give him a wave. I don't know.
A wave.
I'll text him. I'll text him after the game. But no, he's always checking up on me and things like that. Yeah. He tells me to hit him up if I ever need anything. So I know that's just a great mentor to have.
I'm excited to see what his reaction is if you end up going to a division rival. We'll see what the future holds. What do I need to know about your little sisters?
They're amazing. 7 and 8, and then one's a freshman. She's playing volleyball. So. Yeah, they grow up fast, but they look up to me, so I'm just trying to set a good example for them. You know, my little sister, she's all in the Twitter feeds and things like that, tells me reports about myself, but she doesn't understand, so I try to stay out of it with her. But no, they're amazing. Before the combine, I came back to Austin real quick for like 8 hours just to take my little sisters to get their nails done. So just little things. I love them a lot, and they mean a lot to me. So
I think you're just my favorite draft prospect of all time. What kind of big brother are you? What would they say about you?
I'm nice, but I'm hard on them. I'm very hard on them. Yeah. When it's since I was so close, I could go back home and just to go eat dinner with them and things like that. But I'm most definitely hard on them and make sure they go to sleep early. I like trying to take my little sister's phone away. You know, she's so stuck to it. She's 14, so she's so attached to that phone. So I take it away and things like that. But other than that, I'm very sweet to them and caring.
Okay, now I want you to go to the Cowboys because I can't have you going somewhere far from those girls. You got 3 little sisters.
Yeah.
No, we need you. Yeah, you got your pro day. Do your best. I feel like you're going to bring it. And I feel like the Steelers are going to draft you. I feel like they are. They love versatile DBs. I can just see that being a thing. Cowboys better bring it. Don't sleep, NFL teams. Your pro day's March 25th. Good luck to you representing your school, which is so important to you, which is refreshing and beautiful to hear. Good luck with the draft process. You just knock it out of the park. I mean, you're a dream interview. You are a dream interview, an NFL player. Thank you for being easy to root for. And sorry, McConaughey. I think you might be kicking your ass for the next 10 years. We'll be back. Oh, Jahdae Barron, I loved. If we had a power ranking, Hamilton, on guests.
All time.
He's a tough big brother. Yeah. Yes, let's go. God, I'm a huge fan.
I'm glad you spent time with the Thorpe Award and Norman.
Can't you see the Steelers taking him though?
Yeah.
And then
I remember when
goes up. Then that is the division I want him in if we're talking like rivalry stuff. Like I'd like to see his handling of that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it always stuck with me when we had Brian Branch on a couple of years ago, and that's who Jahdae gets a lot of comps to, and the Steelers are really in on him. They passed up a couple of times. I don't know if they make that mistake again.
That's interesting.
If they have a shot at him.
He wanted to go there. He thought he was being drafted there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I think he loved his meetings with them, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a flight to catch. And I was out of town. I got back really late last night, did like a load of laundry, had a whole other load to do because I have to pack for a couple of days. I told Kat I'm not even checking a bag. I'm just gonna, whatever. I did like a supermarket sweep at a mall. I was back at the mall for some reason. I don't know who I'm becoming. I'm like reverting to being 14. I did like a supermarket sweep, didn't try anything on it. I was so tired last night that I got back and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like that's normal for me. But that's like, I operate well, like I'll get up and I'll do it all and whatever. It's dark, I woke up, my body usually wakes me up. And I woke up and I was like, oh, it's still dark. It's still my alarm's not going off. No problem. I wake up and it is 5:53.
Oh no!
We have our morning meeting. I don't think I've ever done that. No. No, I looked in my alarm.
You're not taking an excuse?
My alarm was not set. But I remember setting my alarm and even giving myself 15 minutes grace. I thought maybe my phone died, nothing. So I am like, now all of a sudden I'm checking 2 bags because I'm taking wet laundry. I'm not kidding. My house looks like it's broken into.
Doing?
I'm not, like, it looks like that happened. No, I'm finishing my story. We take stuff. I mean, this sweatshirt is wet. I'm not joking, and I am having the worst morning. I don't. This is not something that I do. I don't ever wake up late. I don't. I'm not.
You're
It's not
always
great.
on top of it.
It's not great.
I can say a lot of other things, but you are always on top of that. You are always up early.
Okay. Back on the show. Hamilton, what are we doing? Back on television on the Up and Adam show. I'm still blown away by Jahdae Barron. That's unbelievable. I love talking to Jerry Jeudy, by the way. So honest about what he wants. He wants a quarterback. Yeah. He wants Cam Ward or Aaron Rodgers, one of those two. So super, super excited about that. Are we going to get to, I guess, part of this? Okay. Bless you, Kat. I want to talk a little bit about free agency. We have this countdown clock, Ham. The Raiders don't need a quarterback anymore. What does it mean for the quarterback market quickly? Okay, if, there's fire to the Darnold Seattle smoke, as you're seeing here. If that's true, do we see Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh? What does that mean for the 41-year-old quarterback with DK, great weapons? I like it. Does it open the possibility of a portal for Aaron to Brett Favre to Minnesota to complete the cycle? What happens with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? I like the idea of Justin with either of the New York teams. He'll have a chance to win a starting job, throw to a top-tier wide receiver. And then he could, try to be the Darnold or Baker Mayfield of this season. Russell to Minnesota, if they don't want to go the Rodgers route. Vet option there with J.J. McCarthy? I don't know. This is a musical chairs game that probably by the time I land, wherever I'm landing this evening, I think I have a connection as I'm in for a day. We'll probably have answers to some of these questions, and we appreciate all the insiders. Thank you, insiders, for doing the work that you do. And we'll chew on it, I guess, tomorrow as we talk golf.